Hello everyone, so this is the very first video of the channel. We will try to learn Golang and we will follow the roadmap.sh Golang roadmap. I will put the link in descriptions. So we will start with basic syntax, variables, data types, conditions, and then we will go deeper. And I'm planning to build some microservice project from scratch in every 1.5 months. It can be something like a co-workspace or other thing else. We will check this out. So let's start with our very first Go file. So please make sure that you have already installed Go. To one who doesn't know how to create a project or open it with Visual Studio Code, I will show it. With make there command and your project name, you can create your project. And to go inside of your project, you can use cd command and your project name. And with code.command, it will open it via Visual Studio Code. But maybe you should configure it. You can check this out. So you can see that I have multiple folders inside of this directory. So to run a specific project, which I want to run, hello.go, I need to go inside of it. With cd command, I'm inside of that directory. So right now, to run a Go file, you can simply type go run and your name of the file that you would like to run, which I want to do is hello.go. So I have basically run the program right now, as you can see on the outputs. I will talk about the package, imports, and functions in the later of sessions, but let's just start with variables first. You have already know right now how to run a Go file. So in Golang, we have package. I need a function called main, and to print what I wanna teach or show you guys, I need to import fmt, since I will be using println functions thanks to that. So in Golang, we have multiple variables like strings, integers, booleans, and other stuff. I will show you how to symbolize and how to show them. So let's say you have a variable a, since you show your variables with var keyword. So it's my variable name, and I can declare it with equal and initialize it like this. But it's not enough because it warns me right now because you already initialized it but didn't use it. So I need to use that one. Golang has that feature. If you do not use the variable you already initialized or assigned, it always warns you. So I will use with that, you can see which functions are supported, and simply I'm right now printing it. I need to go inside the specific file called variables. How to run it? Go run variables.go, and you can see that I have initialized variable a and simply printed into the terminal. And another symbolization of how to show the variables is that you can have multiple variables and you can show them in just one line like this. You have b and c, and they have the same type, integer. You can initialize it just like this one, but with multiples. It's also right now warning us because we didn't use them. Alright, let's just print. And you can print them in one line in just one function, just like the same. You can simply see them. Or you can also do something like this. You can have a message over here, and with that one, you can print them like, okay, here are B and C. And you can basically run the program. Or there's another declaration for Boolean values like these ones. We can assign a D to a true, but do not forget to print it with D. You can see it right now. Let's say that you didn't initialize anything else. Like, let's have a variable called E and try to print it. Print is another method and printf is also another method. I will talk about this later. Let's just try to print a variable E. It turned us 0, not null or nil or anything else. In Golang, if you didn't assign to anything else as integer, it will return you as 0. And you have a functionality like there is another symbolization to show how to assign a string value like this one. Let's say you have an app. You can also show it like this one. App that equals apple. That means an f variable has been created and initialized into apple. But right now it warns us because we haven't used it. So let's just see the output. It works. So you can basically show variables into these kind of formulas. And right now let's just go into constants. Constant means that the values that are not changeable. So you saw how to change the values. Now let me just show you. Let's say that you have a initial, yep, and right now I have printed it as initial, but I want to change it. Then you can simply change it into like a equals changed. And right now let's just try to print it again. You can see that the value has been changed. The reason why it's all local variable and it has the same variable actually. So you can basically change it. It's the same for integers, booleans and other stuff. For constant variables means that they cannot be changed. Like let's say you have a project, you have a really big project and you don't wanna miss out any variables, and there are some values are so hard or should not be declared again and again and not to initialize again. So you can use that one. Let's say that you have a formula, you have a variable called E, and you say that E should equal to 2.986 anything else like this one. You don't want this to be changed, then you can use constants. That's a great option for you. So let's just try to have a main function again. We will use fnt and math right now. That's why if you want to use more than one import, then you should basically open some parentheses. It warns me right now because I'm not using them, but I will use them. And we have local and global variables in Golang. If you put your variables into your functions, that means that these variables can only be used in these functions. But if you do not use them into your specific functions, then they can be used anywhere else. So since I want to use them anywhere else in my code or file, then I will just declare it over here. You can simply declare your constant values with that symbolization const, the name of your const, and the type of your, and then you can simply initialize it. It's a constant. Right now let's just try to print this out and let's see what it will give us. Oh, but I need to first, since it can warn me. Alright, so I think I can run it with basically typing go run constant.go. You can see that the output of constant over here. Okay, let's just do something more. Let's just declare the pi You know, you already heard of it, like 3.14, 1596, and everything else. And I can basically print this out like this one. Alright, so you can see that it has already successfully compiled. Let's just try to modify something else. What if I want to change pi into 1.0? I will not be able to, because pi is assigned as constant value, so it cannot be redeclared, assigned, or anything else, so it will not be working. So this is the point of why using constant. You can use variables for it instead of constant, but it will not be. Okay, let's just create another one. Let's say you have a constant n, which equals 50,000, sorry. And then let's say that constant d will be related to n, like let's say you have 3e20. E means like an upper, so it's a math library thing, and I will divide it into n. And I'm planning to show on the screen the d. What will I see? I will basically see the mathematical symbolization of it. So as you can see, you can use the constant values into another constant values. Since any of constant values, that value didn't change, it can be changed. But after this declaration, both should not be changed. You can use that. And let's just try to do something more. I want to see the real integer equalization of that d. What will it return? This means actually E has 15 digits, so you can basically see it over here. So that was it from the very first session. We didn't use math library. I thought like I was using math library from sin cos functions, but no need for now. Actually, we can use it if you want. I have just, you can basically see it like this from math library. I can call it with dots, and with sin function I can put n inside of it. I will see the sin function equals to it as integer. Since it was returning like this, you can use the math library over here. It's already imported. So that was it for the very first session. See you in another one.